One of the greatest things that you and I could do to ensure that we have a great year in 2024 is to prepare our soul and spirit. Think about it. When God wanted to do amazing things through people and do something amazing in their life, He always prompted them to prepare themselves. Like, you need to prepare your mind, your soul, and spirit, because I'm about ready to do something in you. I want your full attention. One of those occasions was in Joshua chapter 3, verse 5. Joshua was prompted by God to tell the people, he says, hey, consecrate yourselves, for tomorrow the Lord will do amazing things among you. Why was it important to consecrate themselves? First off, that word consecrate in the Hebrew, it literally means to be holy. It means to be set apart. That God wanted to make it very special because He wanted to do something with that. So when Joshua was saying consecrate yourself, there was things they needed to do physically, there was things that they needed to do spiritually, in their mind, their soul, and their spirit to prepare themselves. That consecration means that you are set apart for God to use you, for God to speak to you, for God to do something through you. You're not distracted, you're not pulled in many different ways. You are making sure that you are ready to see and to experience everything that God has for you. It is so important that we go into this next year preparing our soul and our spirit, that we are saying to God, God, I'm fully engaged. My heart is fully yours because I want to see you do amazing things. It could be that God doesn't want us distracted, because a lot of times we're distracted and we can't see what God is doing among us. That we can't see that God is still working in the details, but we're so distracted by agendas and pulled with this schedule and maybe this thing that's going on in our life, and we're so, our eyes are on so many different things. We've got TV commercials pulling at us, people marketing, trying to grab our attention, trying to grab, this is the latest thing over here. We got the news is negative and all of this has got our attention, but God is saying, I want you to go into 2024 and I want your eyes and your heart and your soul and your spirit fully locked in to me, because I'm about ready to do something amazing and I don't want you to miss it. So you remember your first day at school, or maybe your first day at your job. Man, you set your alarm clock early, you had your clothes laid out, you were ready to rock and roll because you did not want to miss anything. Paul tells Timothy in the New Testament, he said, Timothy, listen, God wants to use you as a vessel of honor, but in order to do that, you're going to have to consecrate yourself. You're going to have to not do these things, pull these things out of your life, because God wants to see you as a vessel of honor, so that when He sees you as consecrated, He can use you for great service. Listen, I pray that you go into 2024 fully prepared. And some of that preparation, it may look like maybe prayer and fasting. We're going to do this January the 7th. We're starting a 21-day of prayer and fasting. And what we're doing is we're saying, God, we're going to take the first few days of this year and we're going to consecrate ourselves. We're going to set ourselves apart so we can fully hear you and fully see you, to be fully engaged. Some of us are fasting from food, some from entertainment and TV or what have you. Whatever it is, whatever you can give to the Lord to say, God, I'm going to use this time to seek you because I want to make sure that I am fully ready and prepared. Listen, someone said that the will to win is nowhere near as important as the will to prepare. When teams and athletes and Olympians begin to prepare themselves weeks upon weeks, some years upon years, and they prepare themselves to win, to be prepared, man, they're champions. They win gold medals. And listen, God wants you to win gold medals. He wants you to win this year in big ways. But listen, we're not going to be able to do it if we don't prepare ourselves. So I pray you take a few days before you go into this new year and you begin to prepare your heart. How does God want you to consecrate yourself? How does He want you to set yourself aside so you can see everything that God is going to do in your life? Listen, God is going to move in amazing ways in 2024, and I want you to be fully prepared.